Scorpio, stop scrolling. This message is not random, and it is not late. Before January 17th, something you thought was lost, blocked, or denied is about to turn in your favor suddenly. You've been tested in silence, carrying weight no one saw, holding back emotions you never spoke out loud. But the universe has been watching everything. The delays, the betrayal, the nights you questioned yourself. None of it was wasted. A miracle is lining up now, and it will shift your life in a way you didn't expect. Stay with me till the end, because what's coming will explain why it had to happen this way. Scorpio, you are not here by accident. This message is finding you because your energy is shifting, and a powerful cycle in your life is coming to an end. You are one of the deepest signs of the Zodiac, strong, intuitive, and emotionally intense. You've been carrying more than you show, staying silent while the universe tested your patience and faith. What you went through wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to prepare you. Right now, everything you endured is aligning for a purpose. Before January 17th, the universe is responding to your strength, your resilience, and your unspoken prayers. What you have been going through, the silent struggle. Scorpio, the truth is, the last phase of your life hasn't been easy, even if you made it look that way. You've been carrying pressure quietly, handling disappointment with grace, and absorbing pain without asking for sympathy. People saw your silence and mistook it for weakness. They didn't see the emotional battles you fought alone, or the strength it took just to keep going when things felt unfair and delayed. You gave chances when you should have walked away. You waited when everything inside you wanted answers, and more than once, you questioned whether your patience was worth it. But what hurt the most wasn't the struggle itself. It was feeling unseen, unappreciated, or misunderstood by the very people you expected support from. Still, you didn't collapse. You adapted. You learned. You grew stronger in ways no one could measure. Scorpio, this season of endurance was never meant to last forever. It was shaping your character, sharpening your intuition, and preparing you for something much bigger. The universe was not ignoring you, it was building you in silence. The energy shift before January 17. Scorpio, something is changing beneath the surface right now. Even if you can't fully explain it yet, the heaviness you've been carrying is starting to loosen, and the confusion that once clouded your thoughts is slowly clearing. This is not a coincidence. The energy around you is realigning, and it's happening for a reason. Before January 17th, a shift takes place that moves you out of waiting mode and into motion. You may notice subtle signs first, a sudden sense of calm, an unexpected conversation, or a realization that changes how you see your situation. What once felt blocked begins to open, not all at once, but with clear direction. The universe is removing obstacles that were never meant to stay forever. This shift is important because it doesn't come from force. It comes from timing. Everything you went through prepared you to handle what's coming next without fear or doubt. Scorpio, the same situation that once drained you is about to empower you. Momentum is building, and once it starts moving, it won't stop easily. Trust this phase. You are stepping into alignment with what was always meant for you, the miracle that will turn your life around. Scorpio, this is where everything begins to make sense. The miracle approaching you is not loud or chaotic. It's precise, timely, and deeply personal. It arrives in the exact area of your life where you felt the most stuck, the most tired, or the most hopeless. What once refused to move suddenly responds. What felt delayed begins to accelerate, and what you quietly prayed for starts showing signs of life. This miracle isn't just about external change. It's about inner relief. A weight lifts, clarity replaces confusion. You realize that you no longer have to fight as hard as you did before. Help appears in unexpected ways. Through a message, an opportunity, a decision made in your favor. Something shifts that cannot be undone. Most importantly, this miracle restores your sense of power. You remember who you are. You stop questioning your worth and start trusting your instincts again. The universe isn't rewarding you for being perfect. It's responding to your resilience. You stayed standing when giving up would have been easier. Scorpio, Before January 17th, life begins to cooperate with you instead of resisting you. This is not luck, it's alignment, and once this door opens, things won't go back to how they were. You are stepping into a chapter where effort meets results, and patience finally turns into progress. Love and emotional impact of this shift. Scorpio, this shift doesn't just touch your external world, it reaches deep into your heart. In love and emotional matters, something begins to change in your favor. A connection from the past may resurface, not to disrupt your peace, but to reveal the truth you were once denied. Someone who walked away, stood silent, or underestimated your value starts to feel the weight of your absence. You may receive communication, clarity, or closure, and in some cases, an honest attempt to reconnect. But this time, the power dynamic is different. You are no longer chasing understanding or validation. You've grown beyond that. You know what you deserve, and you are not willing to settle for confusion or have effort anymore. For some Scorpios, this energy brings healing instead of reunion. Old emotional wounds begin to close. You stop replaying what went wrong and start focusing on what feels right. Peace becomes more attractive than passion mixed with pain. This shift reminds you of something important. Love is not meant to drain you. It's meant to support, respect, and uplift you. Before January 17th, your heart becomes lighter, stronger, and more protected than it has been in a long time. Money, career, and life direction shift. Scorpio, this phase also brings a powerful shift in your money, career, and overall life direction. For a long time, it felt like your efforts were going unnoticed. Like no matter how much you gave, the results were slow or blocked. That pattern is changing now. Before January 17th, movement begins where there was once delay. A decision, approval, or opportunity that seemed stuck starts moving forward. This may show up as unexpected financial relief, a new source of income, or clarity about where your true path lies. You may finally understand why certain plans didn't work out before they were misaligned with who you were becoming. The universe wasn't rejecting you. It was redirecting you. Career-wise, your confidence starts returning. You trust your instincts again, and that makes all the difference. You stop second-guessing yourself and start making choices from a place of self-respect instead of fear. Even small wins now have momentum behind them. Scorpio, this shift reminds you that you were never meant to struggle forever. You were being prepared for stability, recognition, and growth. What you build next is stronger because it's rooted in wisdom, not desperation. What you must do before January 17, Scorpio. This is not a time for force or confrontation. It's a time for alignment. Before January 17th, the most important thing you can do is protect your energy. Stop explaining yourself to people who have already decided not to understand you. Your silence right now is powerful, and your restraint is creating space for the universe to work on your behalf. Release the need to control the outcome. What's meant for you will not pass you by, and what's leaving is doing so for a reason. Trust the signs you're receiving, even if they come quietly. Pay attention to your intuition. It's sharper than ever during this phase. This is also a moment to let go of old resentment. Not for others, but for your own peace. You don't need closure from everyone. Clarity within yourself is enough. Stay grounded, stay patient, and stay true to your values. Scorpio, how you handle these final moments before January 17th sets the tone for everything that follows. Scorpio, take this as your confirmation. You did not come this far to be left unfinished. The universe has been guiding you quietly, even during moments when you felt completely alone. Every delay, every closed door, every emotional test served a purpose you can now begin to see. You are protected, even when it didn't feel that way. What's unfolding before January 17th is not a coincidence or temporary relief. It's the result of everything you endured with strength and dignity. You are stepping into a phase where things start working with you instead of against you. Trust that what's coming aligns with your highest good. You don't need to rush, chase, or prove anything anymore. Scorpio, this chapter ends with clarity, stability, and renewed confidence. The storm is passing, and what remains is a stronger, wiser version of you, ready for what's next. Scorpio, if this message resonated with you, don't ignore that feeling. It means you are aligned with what's unfolding right now. Before January 17th, trust that something meaningful is shifting in your life. Even if you can't see the full picture yet, you don't need to rush the process. Just stay open and grounded. If you're ready to receive this change, type yes in the comments as a sign of belief and intention. Share what area of your life you'll feel this shift in the most. And if you want to stay connected to messages meant specifically for Scorpio, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Something powerful is coming, and you don't want to miss what happens next.